Alright, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing okay. I know, I said I wouldn't do any more State of the Skits addresses. But you know what, every now and then, I just feel like it's needed. I just feel like the show it's running down the street and it's going 90 miles an hour. And then it needs a speed bump every now and then. Sometimes I just need an excuse to like take a step back and reflect on all the episodes I've made and think about what's in the future. This time around, I'm gonna talk while I take down the set, kind of like a behind the scenes, if you want to call it that. So we have the notes while I film the episodes, the dialogue notes, keep track of everything. Tonight we started around 10:30, just finished filming at 1 a.m. My son's got to go to school at 8, so I'm going to get to sleep around maybe 4, sleep till 8 o'clock, and then get up and get back on schedule to film in the daytime. I'll film from 9:40 to 12:30 p.m. and then that's how it'll be for the rest of the week. The reason that my schedule is thrown off is because I had my first big stand-up show in 11 years. It was fun. It went a million times better. Dude, I thought that I wasn't going to be able to do 3 minutes, even though I had been hitting open mics and really perfecting my material for the last couple months. I thought I was going to get on stage and then I'd be in front of my audience for the first time and I would choke or I'd freeze up or whatever. I didn't think I'd do 3 minutes. I did 30 and it was a hell of a show. I couldn't believe it. So it's not getting in the way of my filming. I still filmed. I'm losing sleep. So for everyone that said, oh, the stand-up's gonna take him away, no, it's taking me away from sleep. But yeah, so that was Sunday night. The next day we had to drive to Jersey to pick my son up from my mother-in-law's house. So a couple hours sleep, back on the road. Because I had to drive to Jersey, I couldn't film in the daytime, so that's why we're here right now. So if you were at the show, I thank you for coming out. And if you missed it and you want to make another show, my next one's in DC, if you live in that area, Black Friday. So yeah, the green screen, it's put up and taken down every day that I film. It's kind of like when WWE comes in town and they put the ring up and then they take the ring down and they put the stage up, and that's how I look at setting things up. So now I also wanted to take this opportunity, instead of just a one-sided State of the Skits address. Sorry. You guys are a big part of the series. I'm never at a lack of ideas. My brain, there's probably something wrong up there, right? So it's not that I'm asking because I don't know what to do next. I just thought it'd be cool if I asked, we've been doing this for 3 years. What is something I've never touched on that in this series, a theme or a trope you'd want to see? Obviously, this show is built on families and conflict in that way. But, I've touched upon custody, paternity, visitation rights, grandparent rights, pregnancy, Fertility. What haven't I? What is something that you guys sit on every day that you're like, man, I wish I could see that, or, you know. Again, I have a million things go through my head, but some of you have been here from day one. Doesn't hurt for me to ask, you know, if that makes sense. I would always love to read a comment and see, like, because vanishing twin syndrome was something I could never think of. Didn't even know what it was. That was from you guys. Switching babies, I think, too. I think that was from you guys as well. So if you hated that, that was your fault. So yeah, sometimes, man, you guys have lived different lives than me. You guys have in-laws that are possibly crazier ones than I've ever met, and situations that are just weird but maybe entertaining. So that's why I asked. In terms of how the series is going, I like the direction. I think not too long ago it felt like we were in a position where's it going? But not in like the worst way it's ever been. I feel like there were worse periods. But I do like that. My favorite part is that Joey is actually like a good dad. I know that may be controversial to say. He's a bad partner and a bad person, but he's actually kind of becoming a good dad. And what does it look like? What does it look like when good dad Joey fights for custody or even gets it in some way? If he does, I don't know. We've never had that where he was actually like, where he actually sees things in a different way than Miranda, like on the same level, like with the special education stuff. He has a valid opinion on that, and her valid opinion is valid as well, you know what I mean? To some people it might not be, but. And then Jacob and Melissa, every day I'm like, goodness, you know, there is no negatives there at all. Is this gonna get boring between them? How can we keep doing this? Or do they need some form of conflict? And when they have conflict, what does that look like? You know? So I'm genuinely worried about their storyline. I like that they can have conversations that go nowhere, and that it's just nice. It's just like no conflict whatsoever. But how long can they keep that up? And how long can that remain entertaining without something happening? Can it? I would love this. I would just love it if we could just see her have a normal, boring life. Can we pull that off? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to just keep them without conflict for as long as I can. And I don't know where it'll go. Will it be one of these things where like 2 years from now, they really do have like a couple 2-year-olds and they're happy and they've had no issues and we've just watched them live a boring life? If I can pull that off and keep watch time up with them, just, it's like seventh heaven without even the drama, that'd be amazing. But I don't know. But yeah, I think that's really it that I wanted to give my opinion on this series right now. I feel like I'm in a better place with just the direction and you guys, and I've always wanted to just kind of ask, yo, what are some things you wanted to see? And let me clarify. I don't mean it in a way where it's like, I don't want feedback like, well, I want Miranda to be less bitchy. You know, like, that's not, you can't take much from that. You can, but that's not going to drive the series forward. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, that's what, yeah. I like when you guys are like, I can't pull an example. Like if someone were to randomly say, I want to see more of Miranda at work in a corporate role. Or, I don't know, that sounds boring. That sounds terribly boring. But you know what I mean. You see how that idea, if you came with something that's better than that, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that you can actually take from. You know, when someone says, like, I want to see Miranda in a corporate role, or I want to see Miranda struggle with getting a promotion or something, I don't know. Those are ideas that have meat. But the ideas where it's like, I want to see it less boring or something, you know, and I can't do much with that, because that, you know what I mean? That's not constructive criticism. I'm not saying that like I'm focusing on criticism. I'm just saying like I'm looking for genuine fan opinions on what you guys may have wanted to see at times, if any of that makes sense. I don't know if I'm just rambling, but yeah. All right, I said what I needed to say. I'll see you tomorrow at regularly scheduled time. I'm a little tired. That's why I'm like slow, and you know, don't feel bad for me. It's just, yeah, I did this to myself. Anyway, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the season. Hope your lives are doing good, and I hope y'all are thriving. I'll see you next time.